out the bag. We did have a book reading competition that we ran about 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago, at our last webinar where we announced it, encouraging you to choose a book, spend some time reading it, and then give through your submissions. We wanted a 5-minute video of you telling us why you chose the book you chose, telling us about the book, key learning points from the book, any positive impact it had on your mindset, and also, of course, why you would recommend the book to somebody else. There is 500,000 Genius Dollar points that's going to be awarded to each and every one that did a valid submission. So congratulations in advance if you submitted your video and it met that criteria. And I'm really so proud of you for choosing books that were authored by industry giants, world leaders, thought leaders. And we received your entries. And as a panel, we were tasked to reviewing these submissions. It was a tough job. It took hours and hours just deliberating through it. We're going to give some feedback in just a bit, but first I just want you to have a look at the FGLers who took part in this inspiring and hopefully life-changing book reading session. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so proud just looking at that entire video montage. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You'll be smiling all the way to the bank with the correction on that last bit there. It's 500,000 Genius Dollar points just for investing and nourishing your mind and just reshaping your thought. A lot of those books are focused on the power of the mind, consistency and attitude and those sort of things. So if you've taken the time to choose one of those books and really focus on them, it's something that you want to keep in your toolbox all throughout your academic career and as you go into your corporate lives or whatever adventures you go on to after you graduate. Listen, we had to then decide who would be the winner of this book reading competition, paying into giving attention to the criteria that we had. So we said why the book, about the book, key learning points from the book, the impact it had, positive impact it had on your mindset, and why you would recommend the book to somebody else. And as we were edging you on to do your submissions, we kept reminding you, and we still saw these areas that popped up in some of the submissions, as the fact that, you weren't always concise in your description of the book, about the book. You just need to be concise and steer away from embellishing and that sort of thing when you are describing the book. Also using your own words. So it's very important for you to paraphrase, and also not to plagiarize any of the reviews that would have seen online about the book, because it has to be a true reflection of your experience. And also highlighting critical aspects of the book, so that as a person hearing your review for the first time, I'm thinking, I know exactly what that book is about. I love it. Or I need to find out more about this book. It's really intriguing and it piques my interest. So you need to take away any of the minor details. Don't put in too many personal stories unless they directly relate to the book. And those are some of the things that we picked up and that managed to take away some of the scores for you. But we did find a top 5. We're so excited. Initially, we were just going to do a top 3, but we were impressed by the 18 submissions that we had, and we decided to have a top 5. I wish I had something to go. Drum roll, please. All right. Our top 5 was the most concise and demonstrated understanding of the book and critical aspects of the book, and all those 4 things we wanted, and getting 1,000 rands, which translates to 1,000,000 Genius Dollar points. Number 5 is Lwandile Nduku, who read the book What You Are Made For by George Raveling and Ryan Holiday. Lwandile's concise breakdown of the book, being able to clearly state the impact of the book and the key features of the book, and a beautiful ending with the recommendation of it was really good. So Lwandile, congratulations to you, young man. You get yourself 1,000,000 Genius Dollar points. And number 4 is a young lady who read a book by Josh Axe. This is Think This, Not That, Nikita Mzamo. Nikita, congratulations to you. 1.5 million Genius Dollar points coming your way. Thank you so much for your beautiful summation of the book, for your enthusiastic summation of the book, and really taking the time to explain to us why thinking positively changes your entire future. And then in the 3rd place, with 2,000 Genius Dollar points, who did the Code of the Extraordinary Mind by Vishen Lakhiani. It is Obuhle Manga, grade 12 from Ethembeni Richmond High School in Gqeberha. Obuhle really understood a way to summarize the book that made you more intrigued. He understood some of the key principles, citing some of the scientific understanding of how you can decode your mind and really set yourself up to extraordinary success. So thank you so much, Obuhle, for that submission. And then our top submission for this book reading competition came from a young lady who was so intentional about really understanding the book, why it was written, what it means, being able to paraphrase it in a way that even a person that has not read the book is able to take away a beautiful key learning points and is able to learn something just from the 5 minutes of that clip from her. And the book that she was analyzing is Emotional Intelligence. Did I miss somebody? A runner-up, hold on. Runner-up is Sonam Tishwa, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. You get 2.5 million Genius Dollar points. Sona, also, you did a really beautiful job of summarizing this, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. So beautifully presented. You kept us engaged throughout the entire submission. Really well done. And congratulations to you. And back to the winner, who I started gushing about. I guess I'm so excited. With a 300 million Genius Dollar points, Dahu Nombembe. We are so proud of you. That just how articulate you were in this presentation is really so impressive. And just to show the other Future Global Leaders Club members what it is that we're looking for in terms of how you submit a book reading review and how you tick all 4 of the boxes that is asked without any of the fluff. This is what a winning submission looks like.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I chose the book Emotional Intelligence: Why It Can Matter More Than IQ by Daniel Goleman. I chose this book because a few people around me have said I have a high EQ. For a while, I never really knew what emotional intelligence meant. When I decided on getting this book, it was so I could learn more about it and how it describes me as a person, how a lack of emotional intelligence can influence a person's actions. I wanted to learn how to understand people's reasonings for certain actions they may do. I chose this book because I felt like it could teach you how to work in a business setting, because being smart can get you far, but also being able to communicate helps attract people to you and your business. This book explains that being smart isn't only about having a high IQ or doing well in school. Goleman shows that understanding emotions, both your own and other people's, is just as important, and sometimes even more important. He calls this skill emotional intelligence, or EQ. It includes knowing how you feel, staying calm when you're upset, staying motivated, understanding how others feel, this is called empathy, and getting along with people. This book explains that even people with high IQs can struggle in life if they can't control their emotions or work well with others. At the same time, someone with a lower IQ can still do very well if they have strong emotional intelligence. One of the most helpful lessons in the book is that emotional intelligence can be learned. That means anyone can improve with practice. It's the same as how you can achieve a higher IQ if you practice and study. Goleman says it's especially important to teach kids these skills at home and in school, so they grow up to be more caring, confident, and successful. He also uses real events and science to show how emotions can affect our choices, health, and relationships. I found that the real life examples help me understand the book better, like how he used a story of how two parents did everything to save their child, just to end up dying themselves. He tied the story to how emotions can influence actions, and the story would be an example of what love can do. He explains what emotions do. For example, when you're angry, blood may flow to your hands, making it easier for you to grab a weapon or to hit someone or something. How a rush of hormones can affect each emotion in different ways. Goleman says that many problems happen because people don't understand or manage their emotions. Problems like fighting in schools, bullying, domestic violence, road rage, depression, addiction, and people feeling lonely or left out in their community, workplace, or school environment. This often comes from people not knowing how to deal with their feelings or how to treat others with care and respect. I would recommend this book because it shows how emotional intelligence can help us build stronger friendships, better families, and more peaceful communities. It reminds us that being kind, calm, and emotionally aware can improve not just our own lives, but the world around us. In short, emotional intelligence teaches us that being smart with feelings is just as important as being smart with facts, and that might be the key to a better future for all of us. Thank you.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Oh man, I hope you're all giving her a big round of applause in the background. I see the hearts coming through in the chat box. Tafu, are you online by any chance? I want to chat to you for 2 seconds. Hello. Look at that. So much love and claps and all that stuff. So well deserved. Just a masterclass and a beautiful presentation and a book review. Well done. Tahu, are you there? I want to chat to her quickly.
Hello.
Yay! And there you are. Congratulations. 3 million.
Thank you so much.
Coin. All yours. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. So interested in if this book is something that you're going to lean on just as you go through life.
Well, it was the purpose of choosing the book because I don't know, I felt like emotional intelligence was like a big part of like growing up, because I remember my mom would also say, wow, you're so caring and stuff. So yeah, I guess I'm going to use it.
Wow. We are so proud of you. And yeah, we really appreciate you taking the time, and I'm sure other FGLers now want a copy of this book because of that beautiful review. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yay! A superstar, a book reading competition winner, 3 million Genius Dollar points, that's 3,000 rands, smiling all the way to the bank, all because of hard work and beautiful emotional intelligence. Okay, we are going to get into the session now. Congratulations again to every single one of you that submitted to our top 5 and to, of course, our winners.